Namaste children, I am Smita, your English teacher from Mangala Vidya Mandira. Class 5th Standard, Subject English. Now coming to the new lesson, what is called as Dignity of Labor. So Unit 6 Prose, Dignity of Labor. Children, dignity refers to the state or quality of being worthy of honor or respect. Okay. So what is the meaning of dignity of labor? Dignity of labor means all types of jobs should be respected equally and no occupation is considered high or low in status. So all professions or occupations should be considered equal. So let us begin the lesson called as dignity of labor. So before we start, we have warm-up activity. So discuss with your partner the different kinds of professions. Okay, there are different kinds of professions like teacher, engineer, lawyer, doctor, architect, etc. Isn't it? So this will be your homework. You have to write the names of at least 8 professions and send it through WhatsApp. Similarly, you have task B. You must have seen your mother and father work at home and outside. They work hard from morning till night. So make a list of the work each one does. So you have to make the list separately of mother as well as father. The example is given here. Mother cuts grass or father plows the field, etc. Okay. So complete this and send it through WhatsApp. So shall we begin the lesson, children? Okay. Children, hard work always teaches us discipline and dedication. So only when we work hard, we will be able to achieve our goals and fulfill our dreams, isn't it? So we should also remember not to waste the hard-earned money of our parents. So whatever our parents give us, we should use it economically. So here is a lesson which makes us realize the value of hard work. So concentrate on the words as I read. Once there lived a rich businessman. He had a lazy son. The father wanted his son to be hardworking and responsible. He wanted his son to realize the value of labor. Okay, children, once there lived a businessman who was very rich, but his son was very lazy. Lazy means he never used to work hard. So his father wanted his son to learn a lesson in life and make him understand how important it is to work hard. One day the father called his son and said, "Today I want you to go out and earn something, otherwise you won't be given food tonight." The father told the son to go out and earn some money. If not, he would not be given food for dinner. The lazy boy was not used to doing any kind of work. This demand by his father scared him. He went crying to his mother. Her heart melted at the sight of tears in her son's eyes. She gave him a gold coin. In the evening, when the father asked him what he had earned, he showed the gold coin. The father asked him to throw it into the well in front of their house. The son did as he was told. So one day what happened, as a boy never worked hard, this demand of his father made him scared. So when he went crying to his mother, mother's heart melted. Mothers are like that, isn't it? They can't see the tears in the eyes of their children. And what did she do? She gave him a gold coin. So evening when his father asked how much money he had earned, the son showed the gold coin. So his father asks him to throw it into the well. The father asked the son to throw the gold coin into the well, and his son does the same. The father was a man of wisdom. He guessed that the gold coin was given by his wife. The next day he sent her to her parents' house. He ordered his son to go out and earn something. This time the sister gave him a rupee coin. The boy showed his father the coin. Father asked him to throw that coin too into the well. The son did so. Now the father was a very intelligent man. Man of wisdom means he was very intelligent man. He came to know that the gold coin was given by his wife. So what does he do? Next day he sends his wife to her parents' house. Okay. So he ordered his son to go out and earn something. He orders and tells his son to go and earn something. So this time sister helps him by giving him a rupee coin. So sister gives the boy a rupee coin. Now the boy, what does he do? He goes to the father and he shows the same coin to his father as if he has earned that particular coin. The father asked him to, what does the father do? He asks the son to throw the coin into the well. So when the father asks, the son goes and throws the coin into the well. He does as the father says. Next, the father realized that yet again someone had helped the boy. He sent his daughter back to her in-laws' house. He again asked his son to go out and earn something, else he would not be given supper. Now the father realizes, anyway he is a man of wisdom or intelligence, isn't it? Now he realizes that again somebody must have helped the boy. Okay, so finally he comes to know that it is his daughter who has helped the boy. So what does he do? He sends his daughter to her mother-in-law's house. Then he goes to the son and he again asks his son to go out and earn something. So with the same condition, that he would not be given any evening food if he doesn't earn some amount or some money. This time there was no one to help the boy. He went to the market in search of work. A shopkeeper offered him 2 rupees for carrying his bag to his house. The boy accepted the offer. He was sweating a lot by the time he finished the work. His feet were trembling and his neck and back were aching. Okay, but now the boy did not have anyone to help him. This time he did not have anybody to help him. So he went to the market in search of work. So he met a shopkeeper. A shopkeeper told him to carry his bag to his house, and he also gave him 2 rupees for that work. The boy started sweating by the time his work was finished, and his legs were shaking. It was trembling because of tiredness, and his back was also paining because of carrying such a heavy bag. He returned home and handed the 2 rupee coin to his father. His father asked him to throw it into the well. The boy cried out in pain and said, "Father, I earned this money. My entire body is aching. My palms have rashes, and you are asking me to throw my hard-earned money into the well?" Okay. See. Now when the boy gave the same coin to his father, what did he say? He told him to throw the coin into the well. Now the boy feels very sad. Okay, now the boy felt sad and he told his father that he had worked so hard to earn the money and his whole body was aching because of this hard work. Isn't it? So he feels so sad that his father was asking him to throw his hard and earned money into the well. So now he started realizing the value of hard work. This is the starting point where the boy starts realizing the value of hard work. The businessman was happy. His son had realized the value of hard work. The son promised never to be lazy. The father handed over the keys of his shop to the son. Okay, now the businessman, he was very happy. The father was very happy about his son, that the son has realized the importance of hard work. So his son now had realized the value of hard work and he promised his father that he would never be lazy again. And he promised his father that he would work hard in future. So what does father do? The father gave the keys of the shop to the son. So when he started realizing the value of hard work. So that is the end of the story, children. So what do you learn from the story, children? Yes, we learn from the story that we should always work hard in life, isn't it? The things that we don't earn doesn't belong to us, and what belongs to us is our hard-earned money. So work hard and be proud of your success. So now coming to the grammar part, what is called as gender. Now what is a gender. Children, all living beings belong to either male or female gender. So gender is nothing but a noun or name which is used to separate or differentiate between male and female living being. Okay, there are different types of genders. You have masculine gender, feminine gender, common gender, neuter gender, etc. Okay, so let us begin with what is called as masculine gender. So what is masculine gender? A noun or name that tells us about male living being, whether it is human being or animal, is called as masculine gender. So what is masculine gender? A noun or name that tells us about male living being, be it human or animal, is called as masculine gender. You have the examples here: boy, man, father, brother, king, bull, cock, etc. So all these examples tell us about the masculine gender. They all belong to masculine gender. Next one is feminine gender. Now what is feminine gender? A noun that tells us about female living being is called as feminine gender. So what is feminine gender? A noun that tells us about female living being is called as feminine gender. So we have the examples: girl, mother, sister, queen, cow, hen. Okay, whether it is human or animal. Okay, all those nouns or the names that tells us about female living being is called as feminine gender. Okay, next. Common gender. The next type of gender is called as common gender. Now what is common gender? A noun or name that refers to both male and female is known as common gender. Okay, the name that refers to both male as well as female is known as common gender. Example: teacher, parent, child, principal, etc. So a teacher can be a male teacher or a female teacher. Parent can be a male parent or a female parent. Principal can be male or female. Okay, so all those names that refers to both male and female is known as common gender. Now coming to the next type of gender, what is called as neuter gender. What is neuter gender? A noun or a name that is neither male or female and that refers to non-living things is known as neuter gender. So it is not male or female, but it refers to non-living things. All those nouns or the names which refers to non-living things is known as neuter gender. So what are the examples of neuter gender? Example: car, table, boat, book, house, etc. All these are the examples of neuter gender. So in today's class we have learnt about 4 types of gender. Which are those, children? You have masculine gender, feminine gender, common gender and neuter gender. I hope you have understood this grammar part, children. Now coming to the homework part, today's homework is give 4 examples each of masculine and feminine gender. Thank you, children.